We are going to be very well represented this year by our great award winners. The Saney's New York State and the National Association of Secondary School Principals Middle School Principal of the Year Award. It's given to a member who has set the pace, character, and quality of education for the children in his or her school. Nominees are committed to students, parents, and the community and have shown exceptional contributions to middle-level education. This year's winner is Anna L. Alston of the Robert M. Finley Middle School in the Glen Cove City School District. Congratulations. Anna L., please come to the podium. He was nominated for his exceptional leadership skills, his dedication to his students and the community, and his many accomplishments, which include leading significant gains in the school's large number of students considered economically in need. Anna L.'s hard work and philosophy resulted in Finley being recognized as one of 5 middle schools in the nation through the 2011 MetLife Foundation NASSP Breakthrough School Program. At this time, I'd like Tony Pacifico to approach the podium.
Each Principal of the Year is invited to the National Principals Institute in Washington, D.C., hosted by the NASSP and MetLife. During this year's National Principals Institute, which will be in September, in Washington, D.C., each state winner will be honored at a gala event, and 2 2012 National Principals of the Year, one for high school and one for the middle school level, will be announced from 3 finalists in each category. We honor your leadership, and we value the work you do to provide a positive future for our nation through the education of America's greatest resource, its youth. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Alston from Robert M. Finley Middle School as the 2011 Middle School Principal of the Year.
Thank you so much. If I break out into a dance, I've been holding it in for a while, and if I break out in tears, it's because I'm overwhelmed. I am humbled and accept this Principal of the Year award on behalf of the entire Glen Cove school community, which includes the teachers, the students, obviously the parents, the houses of worship, all of the community-based organizations that we've worked with over the years, my 2 outstanding assistant principals, and of course the secretaries. It's important for me to recognize that it has always been a team effort, and I have a support team of my family that means the world to me. But I've also benefited directly from the mentorship of many people, including 2 outstanding educators, my friend Howard Landman, retired administrator, and my former superintendent, Dr. Lawrence W. Aronstein, who took me under his wing and mentored me right into this principalship, for which I've been at for 6 years. Each of the honorees tonight have built a track record of success in areas that build the intellect and character of K-12 students across the state. But there's a subtle irony here in that as we take an evening to thank and recognize people who make a difference in education, public education is under attack and scrutiny like never before. Some of it deserved, much of it not. I'm wondering if part of the problem lies with this notion that some of us have been so focused and dedicated to our work that we have not spoken up when people have moved through the ranks, often in the express lane, and we know they did not have the requisite experience, training, and or character to be in powerful leadership positions. But we quietly came to pick up the pieces and clean up the mess that they made when they crashed and burned, leaving a negative mark on our profession. Maybe we should have spoken up. Now more than ever, we need leadership, which means we need each other. We need each other to build on our successes, our accomplishments, and to learn from our failures, and to hold each other accountable. But others need us too. People in positions of authority and power need to hear that there is no magic bullet for a school turnaround. Or they need to hear that the next program developed by a publishing company, university, or educational guru may not, and usually is not, what raises student achievement. In fact, the next time someone calls themselves an educational guru, ask them if they can spell charlatan. That's what Peter Drucker thinks of gurus. Colleagues, people need to hear from us that there is no substitute for building bridges and holding educational programs at houses of worship. There is no substitute for availing yourself to participate in community celebrations. There are no substitutes for doing home visits. There are no substitutes for forging win-win relationships with local and state government officials. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that part of what comes with these prestigious awards is a level of responsibility to speak up for what's good and what's right for schools and children so that the students in New York State can thrive in ways that they have traditionally, understanding that this is a different world. If not us, who? If not when? If not now, then when? On a personal note, what New York State Principal of the Year means to me is that my grandmother was onto something when she let me stay with her so I could go and get a better education at the high school instead of going to the zone local school when I was in Brooklyn. Principal of the Year means to me that my mother was onto something when she would lock herself in her room on Sundays so she can get her college classwork done while raising 9 children and being a wife. That's when I was growing up. I don't want you to think I still live with her. I don't want to be one of those 40-year-olds in the basement. It took her 20 years, but I got the value of it. But it also means that Thomas Jefferson was onto something when he emphasized the importance of education for all. For a skinny kid from Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, well, used to be skinny, education has served me well. In closing, I invite everyone to pick up the mantle to train, lead, and develop the next group of leaders. In doing so, we change the conversation in public education from doom and gloom to possibility and hope. If not us, who? If not now, when? Good night and God bless.